Phantom Sounds production. What up, sound?
See those juice boxes in the comments, y'all. If you're on the show, go ahead and hit that plus. Hello and welcome to the Red Room Talk. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Red Room Talk. The Red Room Talk is a show about love, intimacy, and interpersonal relationships, including erasing different social stigmas. We are here to have candid discussions and cut through stigmas to show that in the end, no matter your background, we all have commonalities when it comes to matters of the mind and heart. Nothing is off the table in the Red Room Talk. Last episode, if you missed us, that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by clicking the link in my profile and subscribing. Last episode, we talked about the great debate, men versus women. But this week, we're going to discuss friend or foe. Are they really your friend? Tonight in the Red Room, we have an all-star cast. We have G-Way, Top Badge Navi Promo, Victoria's Secret, and last but not least, Crenshaw. Let's find out how the panel feels about friend or foe. But before we get started, all I ask is to keep your mind open and your language clean. First things first, go ahead and hit that plus button, and I'll let you all introduce yourself.
Yo, 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 yo.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What up? What up?
How are we all doing?
Bless.
Good.
Let's not stress.
Well, go ahead and we'll start with ladies first. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know what you got going on in your live. Tell us about your show, and then we'll get started.
Hey, everybody. I'm Victoria's Secret. I have a show every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Playroom playlist. Battle of the playlist, basically. I'm just come chill. Thanks for having me, Jen. I appreciate you.
Go ahead and tell us about yourself, Crenshaw.
Okay, my name is Crenshaw. Just pretty much like a stream on the app with full of institutional knowledge. I just pretty much just mentor and just answer questions for people from a non-biased perspective. And I just pretty much support my content that I have going on outside of the app. So I use the app as kind of like a conduit to connect the two. But I've just been on the app for so long, I've gained institutional knowledge, and I share that as well.
And of course, y'all know me. It's the co-host with the most, G-Way or No Way. Mondays, y'all can catch me 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hood Feud, the ghetto version of Family Feud. If y'all interested in playing, it's a free entry. Black Jet if you win. Fly you out private. That's what we do around here. You can also catch me on Thursdays on the Getting Lit show with King of Diamonds. And Saturday, right here, co-hosting with Jen and Juice on the Red Room Talk. So get the fave on your boy. Appreciate you.
Well, I am Jen and Juice. I am the host of the Red Room Talk. You can find me here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't find me here, you can find me late nights between 10 p.m. and anywhere between then and the morning. So, yeah, pretty much late nights into early mornings. All right. So, first things first. We're talking about friend or foe. The friend's a person that has helped you mold into the person you are today. This is why picking friends and keeping friends can sometimes be a difficult task. Some friends could be wonderful, lifelong friends, and some friends can be wolves in sheep's clothing. It's up to you to decipher which they are. Whether the friends I have picked over the years have impacted my life in a good way or bad way, they still have shaped me into the person I am today. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is a friend to you, and what qualities make a good friend?
Me first. Ladies first. Okay, I'll go first. What's a friend to me? A friend is to me is someone I can trust, I can vent to, someone I can be real with. At the end of the day, someone that I can confide in and know that it's just between me and them. That's big time friendship for me.
What's happening?
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, Navi, and then we'll get started with the first question.
I'm your favorite promoter's most hated promoter. I'm Navi, promoter life of the party. One of the actually the first person to actually have a promoted show without having a top badge. That's the wake up call each and every Monday through Friday. That's what the banner says. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I get there a little late. It's too early because I'm not even a morning person, but I did it so I don't go against all my comrades that are fellow show holders. Again, welcome and welcome to the team as well, Jen. Shout out to everybody in the room. Let's get to it.
All right, the first question was, what is a friend to you and what qualities make you a good friend? G-Way, do you want to elaborate anymore, or are you good?
Nah, I'm good.
Friend is loyalty. Friends aren't people running their mouth behind your back. People ain't that don't think that they can pop their mouth off. You know what I'm saying? And then think everything is cool without an apology. You know what I'm saying? Just running your mouth. Because some people be like, oh yeah, well, if we peoples, we don't need apology. No, that's wrong. If you actually gave a damn about me, you know what I'm saying? Then if you come incorrect, then guess what? You got to correct it and you got to rectify it. Otherwise, you ain't a friend. What's up?
This because
What's
if
up,
you
man?
know how that person is, if you know they not, you already know they off. Sometimes you gotta let that shit ride, let the things ride because you already know who they are. Sometimes you gotta understand a friend. If they a real friend, you understand where they're coming from. You understand how they built already. You understanding things that you already not apologetic person. So why even wait for an apology? You already know what they asked before they became your friend. So why wait for an apology to push on? And I'm just saying.
No, I don't wait for nothing. I just said if you do harm, right, and then you don't rectify it, I may know you, but it doesn't mean you're my friend. The type of friends that I have is people that give a damn about me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what qualities make a good friend to you?
Loyalty.
Definitely.
Yeah, I did. I thought I said that one. Loyalty and actually give a damn. Loyalty and give a damn. That's all. That's all you really need.
Respect. There
my
you go.
quality, my quality of a friend, I want respect. Because at the end of the day, loyalty is like being in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not hitting you. We're not that. We're not. No. Give me respect.
No, I don't think loyalty. I think that's where people mess it up. I think where people mess up. I think that's where people mess up the word loyalty, because loyalty literally doesn't even have anything to do with friendship or between two people. Loyalty has to do with your character and who you are. Has nothing to do with how you are to other people. It actually has to do with who you are and what you stand on. What is your actual
Your values.
what is your moral compass? Whatever your moral compass is, that's what's loyalty. It has nothing to do with two people. It has to do with one person and how they move overall.
Right.
And that has to do with respect all day.
Right. What do you think, Crenshaw? What is a friend to you, and what qualities make a good friend?
For me, starting off, it will be something that's like I guess to have a genuine connection. So I guess I mean like for me personally, I just it's just I don't know if like for as human beings, a lot of us don't necessarily relate to each other, and I think for us to have best friends, it's just like they can know what you're thinking without you. Like you can be in a room and a conversation be going on, you can kind of like look over to them like, you know what I mean? You guys already know what's going on. You know what I mean? So I think having like a it's almost like a telepathy in a way too. I think that's like kind of like for me the first thing is like being able to have like this genuine connection. It's like it's not forced. It's just organic. You know what I mean? And then everything else kind of like comes up underneath that. Pretty much what you guys were speaking of. But that's kind of like important for me to like.
I definitely agree. To me, a friend is someone who was almost like that yin and yang almost. It's kind of like almost like a relationship, like what you're looking for in a relationship. You want the same qualities I want in a relationship that I want in a friend. So I want to find someone who's everything kind of that I'm not. They might be I can say for my friend, like I know that she's more meek and mild, and I'm kind of the more boisterous person. So kind of having like commonalities in a lot of ways, but also having enough differences that it like makes it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So but the qualities I look for, definitely someone who's true to themselves, because if you're not true to yourself, you cannot be true to someone else. um Someone who is trustworthy. Like I should be able to leave a stack of money next to you and knowing that none of it's going to be missing at the end of the day. And then someone just kind of who, like you said, kind of can just look at me and without saying a word, they know like, whoo, she's ready to go. They kind of just know me without knowing me. They know that every week I get amped up, for my show, and then I'm ready to go. We were just talking about that. Someone who just kind of knows me like the back of their hand. So if you're just pulling up, that's okay. We have so much more to come. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Red Room Talk. We just discussed what qualities make a good friend and what makes a good friend. But now I want to talk about the flip side. How can you tell if it's just a misunderstanding or if someone is really a foe? I'm going to go ahead and start with you, G-Way.
Oh, Lord, how can I tell if it's a friend or a foe? In other words, you asking me like, how can
How
I
can you
tell
tell
if
if it's just a misunderstanding? Because often, sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. It might just be a misunderstanding and you're really not a foe. It's just there was just a moment of misunderstanding that never got resolved.
I mean, that
Like
depends
he
on.
said, sometimes you just start talking again and without even ever apologizing. How do you know if it's really a foe or if it's just a misunderstanding? What
I
makes
mean,
the difference for you?
you can't really distinguish the difference. When it comes to stuff like that, you gotta, you gotta have that, like you was just talking about. It's got to be that connection. You got to have communication. If one person is not willing to be the bigger person, it's not gonna work out. You got to have that communication between each other. If you know each other like the back of your hand, then it's not going to ever be a foe because y'all are going to communicate. If somebody was wrong, they're going to apologize, one or the other. But at the same time, like communication is literally everything. Seriously.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Navi.
Yo, man. Ain't no communication at all if you a foe. Period. Now you could be somebody that's working on things, but if you go, that's the way you know. Like if something happens, right, and then they ain't no communication after, you's a foe. If you say something that even halfway sideways, like you don't mean for my health to be intact. If you say anything that relates to my health not being intact, you's a foe. If you won't say nothing to come rectify, like I said earlier, you's a foe because you wish me bad. If you wish me bad, you's a foe. If you wish any bit of bad if you know that I got children, people I take care of, people that depend on me, and you would like any of it to dwindle, use a
Use
foe.
foe. Correct.
Facts. Foe for the fofo.
Fofo.
Foe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know it's that Wendy's. Like, oh, okay. Hey, can you repeat that again? Because I think I got a different whole outlook on that.
Okay, so how can you tell if it's a misunderstanding or if someone's really a foe?
Depends on the situation. Sometimes you might not know if you're wrong or right. Sometimes you have to take a situation and do a recap, a self recap to yourself. And then once that person realized they was in the wrong, yeah, they should be a man or a woman about it. Like, yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna say it depends on the situation of that. That's it.
What you think, Crenshaw?
Victoria just made me think in a different perspective as well. Because sometimes, well, in general, for me, how I can tell someone's a friend or foe, or like I just kind of like look for red flags, or it's just in conversation. I'm a pretty like reserved person. I don't really share too much of myself or like information too much. So, like just like I just let people talk, really. Because when you just let someone talk and you just sit back and you don't say anything, a lot of times people will tell you a lot about themselves and
Right.
not even realize because they're talking. You know what I mean? So a lot of times for me, what I learned is just being quiet and just try to have power in the selection of words that I am using. Uh, and That's kind of like how I kind of like gauge it. And then like what Victoria said, to add to what Victoria said, in certain situations, sometimes there might be other people mixed in the situation. So sometimes it makes it hard to know if someone is a friend or foe. Because sometimes a lot of people will be in a mix and they'll try to like mislead two opposite ends to keep them from connecting, or you know what I mean. So sometimes it's kind of hard, and it kind of like has to come down to two people just kind of like comes down to them talking, and then again you still have to go through the process for yourself of realizing if it's friend or foe too. So
Vontae.
Was somebody just on the road?
Right. I had a
So,
motorcycle come
Yeah,
out of
I was
nowhere.
about to get
right,
the
boom,
fuck out the.
boom.
it's
I was
Crenshaw.
about to get out
Crenshaw
the
Boulevard,
way.
y'all. I'm sorry, it's Crenshaw Boulevard. This is how it is.
Oh, it's always jumping. It's Saturday night.
So,
Thank
I think kind of what taking off of what Crenshaw said, often I feel like it's not even really like a misunderstanding sometimes. Sometimes I can tell someone's a foe even when they seem to be a friend. It could be as far as like just watching what people do. Like I always listen twice and speak once. I always listen to what people say. I always look at what they do, because actions is huge. You know what I'm saying? Like you might say you're my friend, but you're doing some underhanded, type things behind the scenes. I'm gonna start noticing like, hey, bro, like something's not right. You know what I'm saying? And so make
Kind of
sure
like even
that
with information. Even if it's information, they don't even got to really do nothing. If somebody gives you a piece of information that they entrust with you, and then you go ahead and share that information that you know that person wouldn't like you to share, yeah, you're not for the team. B. You're against the team. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold information. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And sometimes you may even know about it and just give them time. Give them time, give them hints that you know about stuff. And then if they don't, then they drawing their line in the sand. Like you said, they're clearly letting you know what time it is. You know
What
what I'm
happened?
saying?
You got the friends. What happened? You got the friends that really don't even know how to explain themselves the right way. Like what happened? You got those
I
type
don't
of
make
friends
them
because
people
you
my
have
friends.
those. But still, dude, they still
I don't
come
make
around
them.
somehow. Somehow they still
I don't.
pop up.
I
Like, hey,
don't
where you
call them
come
people
from?
my friends. I
Like,
don't
how did
call
you
them
get
people my
here?
friends.
Those are
Those are people I
associates.
associate with.
Yeah,
Associate.
those are
Okay,
associates.
like
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? You ain't my
Yeah,
friend.
there's
People
levels
can't
to
just stay
friendship.
friends. People throw friend around too freaking
Yeah.
easy. That's too
Right.
easy to keep calling these people friends. They associates. Y'all might be cool when you see each other in passing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you ain't my friend. You're
There's
like, put
definitely
it this
levels.
way. If I'm going through something and I know that we in the same city and I can't call you, you are not my friend. Period. That's an op. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just what it is. If I'm going through
Right.
something and you sit and you know I'm going through something, let's say you come to my live and you know I'm going through something and you don't say nothing, you step, you are not a friend.
You are op. You are op. Sorry to
Period.
tell you.
Yeah, there's
Sometimes the
definitely
line is
levels.
clear.
Yeah, there's definitely levels, and I think often we call people friends when really they're just associates, people that you know. You know, there's definitely levels like of closeness. Like associates, I might just see you in passing, like, hey, you know, how you doing? But a friend is someone who's a little more close knit, someone who knows you more than most people know you, know more information than just surface level details. That's more what I call a friend, someone who, you know, who my mama is, you know, who my pop is, you know me a little deeper than just hello, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
uh
and it's who you make your friend. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm a good friend to have. Even if I'm not your friend, I'm a good friend to have. Because there's people that aren't my friends. I probably got about 49 different addresses of people on this app. But no matter what happens, and if they prove disloyalty to me, because again, with that loyalty part, it's not about one and two, it's about what's in me. I'll never release an address. Never release a phone number. I'll never release bits of information
Right. Never
because I
take it to
hold
that
I
level.
hold a different moral compass. I got a different
Right.
moral compass about myself.
A lot of
You know what I'm
people ain't
saying?
got that moral. A lot of people don't got that, bro. A lot of people don't got that,
Hey,
man.
True.
you gotta watch who your friends are, who you make your friends.
True. So if you are just pulling up, that's okay. You haven't missed very much. We still have so much more to discuss. But you can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Red Room. We just discussed what qualities make a good friend, and then what quality, or excuse me, the flip side of being a foe. But now I want to dig a little deeper into friendship. Why is having friends so important? I mean, we all know we can live and breathe. There's no bunk beds in a casket, if you will. But why is having friends so important, do you think?
In society these days, I blame social media. Because of social media, a lot of people need acceptance. A lot of people don't know how to be alone, love themselves. They need social acceptance. You know what I'm saying? I blame social media in this day and age because that's really how it is, in my opinion. People look for acceptance from other people when really at the end of the day you only need to accept that person in the mirror. So that's how I feel about that subject.
What you think?
Hello.
What you think?
I'm agree with G-Way. I mean, if we deal with each other, we deal with each other. We ain't. I'm not one of them people to quickly call somebody my friend because everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't eating like you. Everybody don't want to see you great. Everybody is always some hate, and you even got some friends that still say they're your friends but smile in your face and they ain't your friends. You see what I'm saying? So that's like where I am my friend. If I don't think I'm the shit, who else gonna think I'm greater than the best but me? So I'm me. I don't need a friend. I got me.
They smile in your face all the time. They're trying to take your place. The backstabbers.
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 That's what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Right.
don't play with me. I'm ready. I stay ready.
So why do you think having friends is so important then, Navi?
Listen. It's important to have real friends because when the enemies come around, is gang up, is squad up. You know what I'm saying? Because they always gonna try to come for you one way or the other. So it's always good to have some friends. I keep my circle tight, close. See. My thing is, I can have a million battles and get a million ass whoopings. All right. You wanna know why? Because I know I'm not gonna play chummy with everybody. I'm not gonna play chummy with everybody. Because if I know that you really don't care about me or you really like cool with me, but then you think that I'm like a swindling type dude or something like that, then you ain't really with me. You ain't really checked in with me enough to know who the heck I am. So I'm not gonna sit there and play chummy with you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'll take a million gunnies and take a million losses. I'll be out here in the streets and I'll do a bunch of things and I'll do concerts by myself. I'll be out in the streets by myself. I'm not gonna ask you to help pass out flyers. I'm not gonna ask you to share my stuff. If you see it and I make sure I tag you in it, and shout out to social media, let me know who sees what. And you don't go ahead, right? And sometimes you don't do it. I don't care if you don't do it 17 times. If you do it the 18th time, I appreciate your support. I understand people are busy, so I'm not nitpicky like that. I'm not a child like that. But at the end of the day, if you don't wish me well, then that's good. But the reason why, to answer your question, why it's good to have friends is when the enemies pull up. You know what I'm saying? When the enemies pull up, you got your squad there. And look, everybody needs a little help sometimes. And that's why I said, like, certain people I don't call my friends. I only want people that's intelligent. I only want people that's on point. I got some dumb people that I'm cool with, but I can't call you my friends because you keep that dumb person around you, you gonna end up with a bunch of dumb
What
stuff.
you surround. Yep, you are what you
Exactly.
surround.
Right.
Like I'm so glad. Like when I started this crypto token, right? Tag team, 2 G's and 2 E's, because we're dealing with electronic economics. I got people. I made sure I had people that I trusted and that was smarter than me, because I'm tired of being the smartest person in the room. All right, that's one. Two, I need somebody that knows something that can bring something to the table, right? And none of them can do what I can do, and I can't do. Well, I could, but right at this point, I really can't do what they can do. So look, if we make a good team, we can rely on each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Get people that you can rely on when you're trying to build and grow. And if you're just trying to do the same old thing, maybe you don't need no friends. But if you're trying to grow and elevate, friends is the thing to have.
Right.
Comrades.
Crenshaw, why is having friends so important?
So my perspective on friends pretty much changed after I had a child, and I had some life experiences. So my new perspective on having friends is that friends are important because, like, as we get older and we're trying to like accomplish certain goals, right? It's always it's easier to work smarter and not harder. And then what comes to play is I notice now when I have a child, and say there's a time I needed a lawyer, I have a friend who, even though I don't have a friend that's not a lawyer, they're able to refer me to someone who's reputable, and I'm able to get a certain level of assistance that I need for a life-changing situation because there's a child involved, right? You know what I mean? And that's because I had a good friend, and not necessarily they're necessarily one doing the act, but they were able to point me in the right direction, for me to get assistance for something. Or um, certain friends that we have, which I notice it's changed as well, and with my new perspective, like my child and their kids are going to play together and grow up together, so it's like you want a certain quality of life for your children when you're not around. And so if you have a good set of friends, then you can trust, even though you're not there, that your child is in good hands with them. Or like, and once again, like or like I said, if you need something, or like my son wants to do acting right now, so of course what I have to do is I reach out to someone who knows someone. So it comes back to knowing a friend. And I don't know if that's like an LA thing, because friendships are actually pretty important in the city I come from, because it actually sucks. A lot of people get educated, but a lot of times, sometimes the education won't matter. Sometimes it'll really come down to you actually knowing someone and being friends with someone to get something done, which kind of like sucks for some people who are educated and on the ball. But yeah, that's my perspective on having friends and why it's important. Thank you.
I definitely think that having friends is important. The reason is, first of all, there's several people made in this world for a reason. We are not meant to be alone. While you might be a loner, it's always good to have a friend. First of all, someone who knows you knows when, to just to check up on you sometimes. Like, hey, it's good to feel checked up on. It's good to feel like you're important to somebody. And having a friend is like, it's like your extended family, because some people don't have family too. So that's why I think it's really important to have friends, because often your friends might come through before your own family will. So I definitely think that it's really important to have friends just for that reason alone, because I know often, like, growing up, my friends were more family than my own family was at times. I was always at my friend's house, staying at my friends. My friend's mom was my mom, you know what I mean? So, especially I've had, a lot of the same friends for like 30 years. So it's like they were just an extension of my family. But if you are just pulling up, that's okay. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you don't catch us there, you can catch us on YouTube by clicking the icon in my profile. You haven't missed everything. We still do have more to discuss. We just discuss what qualities make a good friend. We discussed being a foe and why having friends is so important. But now I want to see what happens when someone switches up. Tell me about a time that you thought you had a friend, but they turned out to be a foe. I want to hear from you first, actually, since you ended it at Crenshaw. I want to hear from you first.
Phew. Man. Damn, that's a good one.
That's deep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of like a weird question because I'm already like really kind of like to myself. So that does happen to me often. Um, so it's like, dang, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, so ask me the question one more time.
So what's a time that you thought you had a friend, but they actually turned out to be a foe?
Okay. I just say it's plenty of times, but I don't know. Like, you want to like one particular isolated situation?
It don't have to be
Okay,
the biggest or the worst. It could just be.
got you. Well, shit. My relationship with my child's mother. I was with someone for 10 years. That's deeper than that's a friend right there. I mean, in my opinion, you know what I mean. And for whatever happened, things went left. And yeah, it put a spin on my life to where I already really didn't really trust people, and that was literally like my best friend. But it made me even like deeper, like have an even deeper, more I don't even know that actually the best word to pick, but just does not have a trust for people pretty much at all. Pretty really, because like it comes back to like family. That was like my family, you know what I mean? And then how we talking about earlier about friends, I had to kind of like rely on friends, and then that's actually how I ended up on this app on Tag, was because I was kind of like regrouping myself, as a human being and as a person and as a man, just trying to just like figure things out. But yeah, I guess that's really, I guess, the most impactful, I guess, time, that I can say and express it a bit without going too deep into it. But yeah, that was a time.
Repeat that question, please.
What is a time that you thought you had a friend, but they turned out to be a foe?
So look, I'm gonna go back over here where you said I've been drinking and they have really got my brain. Okay, okay. But listen, I got 11 years when my son died. If I knew what I knew now, I already. So when the worst crashed down, it was already accepted because I already knew what was coming. I already accepted. I already took in a lot. I already was ready for the worst to crash. And for me being ready in that situation, I'm stronger than everything because I took that situation and made it my best situation. So that's my outlook on that. Any situation I'm gonna be stronger. It's gonna build me to be better.
So how about you, G-Way?
What's on me? Man, I had a homie in college. We was real cool. played ball together, all that good stuff, finished school and all that stuff together. I called him my best friend. Like I used to tell him like everything. Yo, my girl do this, my girl do that, and then it came a time like around Katrina, I left to go work with like the relief and all that good stuff with Katrina. And like as soon as I left, like shoot, everything I told him about my girl, he was trying to find out on his own. So next thing I know, they ended up together and they married. So that's why after he thought he was a friend, thought he was a homie, there was the foe. Lesson learned. I will never, ever in life, at a young
Kiss
age, I
and
learned
tell.
that. Tell another dude about what my woman does in the bedroom, none of that. Like there's a line
Yo,
now.
where you live, yo? Where you live, cuz I could drop some red ants off at their house. Whatever you need me to do, you know what I'm saying? We can do whatever,
Telling you,
yo.
man, like yo, at the end of the
I
day,
got
like yo,
people in every state, B. I made it my point to have people in every state. I can have anything dropped off anywhere. Let's go. Anytime.
facts.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
hit you. I'm gonna
saying?
hit your inbox. We gonna handle that. We gonna handle that.
Right. You
That's
got
some that's some slime
some more of
ball. That's
those.
some slime ball stuff, B. That's some slime
For
ball.
real,
That's the
man. He was a
loyalty I'm
stud, though.
talking about. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what? That's where the loyalty's at. That's what I mean by the loyalty. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of things. Like I might say something to somebody and then they go out and they run their mouth to their so-called friend. They don't even end up their friend no more. Or I might help somebody with a show and then later on down the line they get you know what I'm saying? I might help them with their stream, might help them with anything, get allocated to the app, and then they do a flip. They do a full bag flip, Obi. Or like my homeboy, his name is Rayshawn Beeman. His name is Rayshawn Beeman. All right. Rayshawn
It's the
Beeman.
name fine for me.
I was on the
Demon.
football team. We was both in linebackers. That was my homie. We went to church. Before that, we knew each other from church when we was younger. All right. I went off to the military. I was running from this girl that was trying to get with me. She was like a year behind me in school, but she was on my behind, right? And she was everybody knew that she made the whole school know, listen, I like him, so don't mess with him. All right. I want to be with him, right? Cougar for Cocoa Puffs, right? I go off into the military in my after my junior year of high school, right? I come back to school, senior year, right? Because after senior year, then you go with AIT. Come to find out Rayshawn Beeman is going after, was trying to holler at old girl.
Oh, girl, yeah. See,
How
foul,
you
man.
going when she would told everybody what it is and how she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over me? I see you, Jay, right? You gonna even try to holler at her. I thought you was my homie. You used to be my homie. You used to be my ace, right?
It's my
And I
song.
sure enough smacked the taste out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And
Yep.
everybody's like, "Oh, why you do him like that?" Like, I want to hear that he can protect himself. We both diesel. He can do it. You know what I mean? If he wants to, we can get to it. But that's where I thought somebody was a friend, and he was really sneaking the grass.
Right.
But
Snake in
the
the
thing
grass.
is, can I ask
Sneak
this?
butter.
Y'all get mad at them. Why the hell y'all not getting mad with the situation that she could have
Nah, the
said
girl
no?
never did it though.
She
My situation ain't
okay,
G
so that's
ways.
what I'm
Shorty,
saying. Okay,
nah,
because
Shorty
I'm just
never messed with him
saying.
though. I ended up that's my first kid's mother. Like we ended up making a child together. You know what I'm saying? Like my first son, my
Okay,
junior.
because I was wondering.
Nah, we never she just told me about it. She told me
Mhm.
about it. She was
Oh,
cuckoo for
she
Take
Cocoa
two to
Puff.
the tango.
in DJ Khaled voice. Look at her being faithful. She the one, huh?
He tried. He tried. He didn't succeed. He tried.
Nah,
That's a foe.
You know what
All I
I'm
could
saying?
think when you was talking was he's a runner, he's a track star. He's going. He ain't gonna get
Yo, we
far.
was on track together too. Matter of fact, we both was
He
on
was
track
just
too.
a running. He felt like running.
You know what I'm saying? He get no love. He get no love from me, dog. No love. I see him in the
For real.
streets. It's whatever. To this day. To this day.
Right. I ain't never forgot.
I ain't never
Never,
forget. To this
never,
day.
ever, ever. So, okay. So I kind of have something very similar to G Way. So I was married for a few years, and I
That was
had
your
a
first
best
mistake.
friend. It was like my only, like, what I thought real friend at the time. Like I had just moved to a another city. This was like one of the first people that I really connected with. And I'm thinking like, man, this is my ace boon, like loved her kids, everything, like they all called me Aunt Jiff, Aunt Jen. And so, I'm thinking like this is my homie. Like there's no penetrating that, you know what I'm saying? And that was a bad joke. Um bad euphemism.
No
So
separating that.
yeah, that was bad wording. So with that being said, I ended up I got sick. I was in the in the hospital, and the whole time I ended up coming home, and I kept seeing, my ex, he was in the shower. I kept seeing these messages pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up, and I'm like, who's messaging you? You ain't got no friends. Like, I'm your friend. No, just kidding. So I finally just like kind of peeped, and I've seen, why is my girl messaging him? Like I haven't heard from her in a week, but she's texting you an awful lot, So finally I was like, you know what? And against all belief, because I don't believe in going through nobody's phone. But when you see it just sitting there right in your face, it was at that moment that he knew he messed up, because I went through it. Okay. And what I found, I didn't even say anything. I left it there. I acted like I didn't see anything. I drove to work, and on the way to work, I say, "Hey, girl, what's up?" So, straight up now, tell me what's up, because why are you messaging my man? Why are you saying that? And so, how I knew that it was to be true, because before I got home, I said, "Don't say nothing to him. Don't say nothing. I'm gonna take care of this myself," because she let it all out, right? By the time I got home, he was already packing his stuff. So she had already messaged him. So I already knew right then and there, this is something you guys has already been doing. This is, so I already knew what was up. But that was definitely like probably like the biggest time where I really thought that that was my friend, and it turned out to be a foe. But yeah.
Damn. I thought you was gonna pull the move like Keisha and Belly. You said he was in the shower and you was
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
phone.
that was
I
waiting
can
on
see
that
you with the
line.
blue light on you. I see you in the blue
Yo,
light in the
like,
two piece. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
big.
I don't know no fucking Kiana. I
Uh-huh.
don't know
like
no
Kiana,
Kiana, Jen.
Kiana.
Johnny,
I
who
don't
the
know
fuck
no
is
fucking Kiana,
Kiana?
Jen.
No, it was Morgan. What was the one where
You know bitches don't tag be lying, Jen. You know these bitches don't tag be lying, Jen. Okay, Jen, I sent her a jet, Jen. I sent her a jet.
what
I
was
sent her a
it?
jet.
Was it
That was
this
it, Jen.
Christmas? It was more. I wanted to be like this. Was it this Christmas? Yeah, when she put all the baby oil all over the floor when you got out the top. Man, that was really what it was. I wanted it to be, but yeah, it was time. So anyway, if you're just pulling up, you are late. That's okay though. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Red Room Talk, or you can click that little icon on my profile and follow me and subscribe on YouTube. We just discussed what qualities make a good friend. We discussed the flip side being a foe, and why having friends is so important, and then what happens when someone switches up. But now I want to know you a little more. What is the most valuable thing that you yourself have to offer as a friend? What makes you a good friend?
Loyalty. If I rock with you, I rock with you. Like ain't no in between, ain't no halfway, ain't no sometime, ain't no maybe only on holidays and Christmas. Like loyalty. If I'm your friend, I'm your friend. So if I'm gonna ride for you, I expect you to ride for me. So I feel like that's what I bring to the table. Because if anybody knows me and I'm technically your friend, you know at the end of the day, I'm your friend. I got your back. So at the end of the day, that's what I feel like I bring to the table as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Man.
you, Crenshaw?
Did we do a
Um,
moment of silence?
what
A
makes
moment of
me
silence
I
for our
know.
friend.
I was like, what's going on? Is it on me?
Oh,
let's see. What makes me a good friend? I would say, basically, I don't use friendship lightly. Like I don't have friends. Like I don't do that. So that means that if I am your friend and I'm extending that olive branch, that means that you have a real friend. Because there's some people that like they want to be friends with everybody. So how do you fall? Like, how are you really like? You know what I mean? If I'm friends with everybody, if I'm just someone I want to be everybody's friend, I want to be the talk of the town, and by whatever, like, how can I really genuinely be your friend because I'm too busy trying to be everybody's friend. And that's not me at all. I could care less about I actually what's funny is because of that, you do have a real friend because then you'll realize like, damn, Crenshaw, a lot of motherfuckers do not like you, bro. And that's because I'm just not their friend. That's all. Like that's all. That's really what it really just boils down to. So yeah, that's what my quality as far as being a friend. Yeah.
This line leader is my best friend right now. Hold on. Okay. Now, what was the question?
What is the most valuable thing you have to offer as a friend, and what makes you a good friend?
Me, off back, I'm your best value as a friend. Because if I say I got you, I got you. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm loyal. I got you. I'm gonna ride for you. We in a relationship at this point. Like we friends. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep that friendship. Make sure you straight. You got a gavel in debt. You need that boy paid off. Guess what? I'm pulling up. Here you go. Let's get it. I'm your friend. I'm me. That's it.
I don't know about no gambling debt though. That's on you.
Well, see,
I don't want my friend dead.
You do that on your own
sometimes
friend.
Sometimes you gotta tell your friend about themselves, sir. Like you might want to.
Yes, you always have to tell your friend. That's the friend for real. Because a lot of people, yes, you got to, because the yes men are not your friends. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to be bigger, better, become a better person overall. Like I said at the end of my show, each and every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I say, follow this, and today will be a better day than yesterday, and tomorrow will be a better day than today. How is tomorrow going to be a better day than today if you're not better? You got to try to better yourself. And if your friend ain't pulling your coat to make you better, that's not your friend. You know what I'm saying? It's about your you gotta have a strong we, right? When we pull up, we gotta make you stronger. If the we's in your life pull up and they don't make you stronger, but they make you worse, they make you they make you more intoxicated, but they don't make sure that you get home, right? Or if you getting a little bit too out of it for whatever intake you got, whether it's food, whatever, they don't care about your well-being. That is not a friend. They be like, hey, whatever, man. He do whatever he want to do. Nah, you're just a good time. Thank you. My girl came up in here. What's up, kitty? But at the end of the day, you just gotta make sure. Like I don't like when you was talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up. I know there was somebody that was very dear to me, and I put them on a show, and I was supposed to be one of the contestants, and I forgot because I was getting on a flight. But I talked to them before I got on the flight, and it was literally 30 minutes before the show. She could have been like, yo, make sure you show up, but she didn't. But I felt horrible because I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put things on people like if they don't make it or make this and make that. I don't hold too much of what people can do for me to make them a friend. Level 27 in this piece. Level up then. But the thing is, make sure you show love to my girl Jenna Juice and Victoria and the homies. That if you think they have cute, you know what I'm saying. But
I have
to
cute.
think I have cute.
I don't want you to think they whole cute. Just if they at least half. But my thing is, I don't put too much weight on what you can do for me. I put a lot of weight in what your intent and what your spirit is. If your intent and your spirit is for me to be better and for you to be better and us to be better as friends, as colleagues, as comrades, then that's what I hold dear. I don't hold dear what you can do for me. It's not about what, because sometimes you got friends that can't do much for you. You know what I'm saying? But they're a friend, and I know that person won't steal from me. I know that person won't try to mess with I got a daughter now. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 boys and a daughter. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know that, and I'm like uncle to all my homies' kids, right? And a lot of them got daughters. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trusted. You dig what I'm saying? If I know I can't trust you with my daughter, you are not a friend. If I think that you may try to have sex with my daughter, When she get older, you are not my friend. My cousin, real quick, we went to the casino and I was with my older cousin's daughter, my little cousin, and she's old though. She's like 30 something years old, but he's hanging out with a bunch of jewelers, right? And the jeweler grabbed her hand and he's hanging out with it. He's like, hey, watch it. And he's hitting this boy's hand like this. He's like, I'm with my guys. I'm not even hanging with them. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at people's character. That's what it is. Put good character around you. It's a good diet. And I don't mean diet as far as food. I mean diet of what you put around you and in your soul. Watch who you're around. And today will be a better day than yesterday, and tomorrow will be a better day than today.
Facts, big facts.
So I think the most valuable thing I have to offer as a friend is definitely consistency. I will always be there when you're not. Okay, I won't say always because I hate the really substantial words like always and never, because let's sometimes things happen. So definitely making sure that I'm there when I'm needed, and there even when someone doesn't think about it. Like, I'm consistent. I'm not going to introduce you to a vibe that I cannot maintain. I'm always myself from day 1 to day 1001. I make sure that I'm always myself. And I also am going to tell you the things that maybe you don't want to hear. Like, hey, maybe you're drinking a little too much there, buddy. Or maybe you're, it could be a multitude of things. Or hey, girl, you got lipstick on your teeth. It might embarrass you for the moment, but I'm going to be the girl that's going to tell you, because I would rather tell you and embarrass you for that small, minute moment and let you, live out, in better light than and be the honest one. Because I feel like when you lie to somebody, you're really doing them a huge disservice.
You're doing
So I'm going
yourself
to be
this
that friend. Oh yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice too, because how can I ask you to be honest with me if I'm not honest with myself, or I'm not honest with you? You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure that I tell you the truth about yourself. Not saying I'm going to criticize you, but if I see something, like, I'm going to pull you aside. And that's another thing. I will never emasculate you. I'm going to be on your side in public and have your back, but behind closed doors, I'm going to tell you, like, hey, look, I know I had your back, because I'm always going to have your back, whether you're wrong or you're right. But if you're wrong, I'm going to help you get it right. You know what I'm saying? So if you are just pulling up, you're definitely late. Like, it's pretty much almost over. But don't fret. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or you can click that little YouTube icon in my profile and follow me on YouTube and subscribe. We are
Is
now
this
at my
being
favorite
recorded?
part of the night.
Is this being
Huh?
recorded for YouTube? Is this being
Yep.
recorded for YouTube? All right, make sure
Yep.
you go to Tag Team, TAGGTEEM. Go to tagteam.com. Get the new crypto for streamers and for influencers. Make sure you go to tagteam.com. Follow Tag Team on all social platforms. All right? Go ahead.
We're
Nice
now
plug-in,
at my
nice plug-in.
favorite. That's a friend. I'll let you say your piece. We are at my favorite part of the night. It is the host hot seat night, a part of the night. We just discussed what qualities make a good friend. We discussed the flip side of being a foe, why having a friend is so important, and what happens when someone switches up, and what makes you all good friends. But this is not my favorite segment, the Ask Jen host hot seat question. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to know for this week's hot seat question. If you want your question to be featured, make sure you follow me on Instagram by clicking that icon in my profile. And then look out for the Ask Jen host hot seat question. It's usually in my story. But this week, Prince Petty wrote in and asked, can you be happy without any friends? And in the short, I'm going to say no. You could be happy to an extent with yourself. Yes, some people are okay by themselves, but I feel like everybody needs somebody, whether it's an associate or someone who just says hi. Because I'm telling you, how sad and lonely would that to be to have no friends, non-existent. I feel like we all are, yes, Miss Kitty, we're all wired to have somebody. That's why there are millions and billions of people in this world. We are not meant to be alone. we can definitely live alone, and I've seen people do it, but I feel like everybody needs somebody sometimes. You know, we all need that person, whether it's that one single solitary person, but we all need somebody. What do you guys think about that?
I agree 110%. Uh, in the words of the song, we all need somebody to lean on. You know, see, I heard it. I heard it in the background. I heard it in the background. That's facts, man.
I agree with that sometimes. But you know, I think I often, when I think about that, I always look for the hidden gems. I always look for, instead of looking at the negative side that people could turn on me, I look for the people who have never turned on me. I look for the good in people. I look for the good in them. I try to find out, even if it might be that one single solitary person, I look for that one little gem that I can be like, you know what, man, they're the one person who had my back, you know, this day, or, you know, so I try to just look at the positive parts of it, you know what I'm saying? Because
My best
a
friend in the
million
world.
people, a million people might turn their back on you, but that one person that had your back is worth, you know, their weight in gold. We did have a second question that was wrote in. It's a kind of a tag question, but Trap wrote in, when should someone stop gifting someone who don't show them the same love back?
You should have been
I'm gonna
stopped. You
be
should have
honest,
stopped.
Trap. Um,
Can I ask this?
go
Can
ahead.
I answer this? Can I
Sure,
can I say that?
sure.
Hey, look. Let me say this
She was hype.
respectfully. I was in a mud. Let me say this. At the end of the day, it's called gentleman gifting. Don't look for a bag back. If we ain't discussed us flipping some stuff, guess what? I pull up when I want to. I pull up when I can. But don't ask me for. You lucky this is a feature show. Shout out to the feature show. But hey, don't ask me for nothing. I do my bag where I want to drop my bag. Okay. Don't ask me for anything back if we didn't have no discussion about flipping diamonds. If we had it, guess what? I wasn't there. Don't do it because I'm not flipping anything. Shouts out. Turn up.
Two level ups. Two
Two
Level
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 up
ups.
up anyone.
again.
Let's go.
Two.
Let's go.
Let me make sure I hit Miss Kitty with the fade. Two level
I'm
ups.
gonna kind of piggyback
Miss
on that.
Kitty,
Definitely. Um, First of all, the first time that you felt that you were being taken advantage of, if you really feel that strongly about it, the first time that you felt like you were being taken advantage of, stop it. Stop it, my guy. Stop it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that one. But if you're just
yeah.
pulling up, again, this is the Red Room Talk. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you got to say, Navi?
No, I just gonna say, if let's say you drop 3 jets on somebody, right, in
Mhm.
3 weeks, but you know that person might make 20,000 diamonds a week.
A week. Right, right,
A
right.
week. Do
A
you
week.
expect them to come? Can you expect them? Like if they're not, let's say they a badge, right? Shout out to Miss Kitty one time for the one time. I'd like to use my top badge as a nomination to make Miss Kitty red in this room. But anyway, uh, at the end of the day, right? You if someone's a top badge and you know and you look at what they make a week and they making 80K or 90K, their bare minimum. Do you really expect that person to come drop dragons on you?
Don't
No,
Gotta
drop
be
with intent ever.
no.
Don't
See,
drop with
But you get
intent.
what I'm
It might
saying?
take me a minute. It might take me a minute to come back, but best believe when I come back, I'm gonna come back, you know, blowing smoke because
And,
I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? But don't gift with intent ever.
yeah.
I feel like
Support
once you
comes in
started
different
feeling like you
forms.
were taken advantage of or whatever, or don't go dropping with intent at all. If you want to drop
right,
someone, you're genuinely dropping on them, drop it and be done with it. That's something. It was a gift. I think we all,
right.
let's agree that we've all kind of forgotten that these are gifts.
That's why they
What is
call
a
them that.
gift?
Definitely gifts.
That's what they call them that.
Yeah,
Season.
my friend.
I remember those days though. I've been there. I think we've all started off
They
there,
so
especially
used
just
to
starting
not
out.
getting gifts. They don't understand what
Yeah.
gifts is. They don't know the definition of gifts. They so used
I
to mm-mm-mm-mm.
Flipping.
People
I get
don't
from the heart.
understand what
I get from the heart, yo.
listen, people don't understand what heart is. What time the
If
show?
I give it to you, it's your that technically
What
is
you do
your
with it is
gift.
up to you.
What
Yeah.
you do to it after that is on you. I'm not gonna ask you to give me a gift back. I'm not gonna go buy
Yeah.
you a necklace from K Jewelers, and after you put it on, you go take it off and put it back in the box.
Like, here, give me half of that necklace
It
back.
ain't
Give
gonna
me
happen.
Yo,
the charm. You can keep the necklace part, but give me the
Nah,
charm back. Because
nah,
yo,
you
no.
this
know at that point you're gonna have to go
Hey,
convert,
look,
tag another 20% to give that stuff back. Settle down, sir. Trap.
the way I
Trap.
describe
That
that
was
is
Trap.
like
Yeah.
the way
Settle
the
down,
way I,
Trap. Quit
the
gifting
way I,
somebody if you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or just don't gift at all.
the way I describe that, I like to say like we all go to birthday parties, right? Right?
Yeah.
We all go to birthday parties and we bring gifts to birthday parties, right? So when we go to a birthday party, we don't go to the birthday party and then say, "Hey, bro, so look, happy birthday." You know what I'm saying? But look, I want to let you know I got your gift right here. They the Air Jordan 11. You feel me? The one from Space Jam. I got them from Flight Club.
Wait a
Feel me?
minute. Wait a minute.
They was
I have
450.
done
Just let you know,
that.
let
Hey,
you know up front, they was 450. So before I give you
no.
your gift, bro, you want to give me 450 in cash, now because my birthday is in 6 months from now, or when my birthday come, I'm just letting you know now. Either just give me these because I want these, or at least give me the matching value. You feel me? All
Something
right,
of the
Right.
bro.
same
Happy birthday.
value.
Like is that what we do when we go to people's parties when we go because this is
I have done that.
your
I have
event?
done that before on some childish. I've done that because look, they was being petty. I've been petty back. Look,
I was about
here
to
you
say
go.
that females will do that. They will
Yeah,
now
Well,
say,
make sure
"Look,
y'all mark the calendar for
your baby got the
September
cool
2nd,
J.
okay, guys?
They got the cool. They got the cool grades. I'ma need this. Hey,
I
I
just
looked out
want
for your baby. You know.
a
I just want
female
the
will do
newest
that to those
Jordans and
females."
a golden dragon for my birthday, September 2nd. Mark it on your calendars.
Like,
But
I
and if
anyway,
you
kept
can't
track.
match
You
you
know,
it,
guys,
at
you
least
know,
the
for
same
mine, I
value
kept track.
value.
August
if you
12th.
guys want to look, go ahead and stay tuned. We're gonna have a little bit of after talk, and I'm gonna let y'all come up in the box from down below. But if you're just pulling up, this is the Red Room
I'm
Talk. You
down
can
the
find us
road.
here every Saturday at 10 p.m. But now I would like to wrap up the show with these quotes. Often, the biggest distance between two people is misunderstanding. Friendship takes work. Finding friends, nurturing friendships, scheduling FaceTime, it all takes a tremendous amount of work, but it's worth it. If you put in effort, you'll see the rewards of positive friends who will make your life extraordinary. Maya Angelou. And this
Facts.
is the Red Room Talk. Make sure y'all uh, hit the fave on these top three boxes. Everybody in the box and fave everybody in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and let you guys all give your little outros. Tell us who you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Of
I'm
course,
Victoria's
y'all better.
Secret. He took too long. G-Way, no way. You gotta talk. You gotta be quicker than that. I'm Victoria's Secrets. I gotta go on Pokemon and catch them all. You feel me? Wednesdays Playroom playlist. Catch me there. I see y'all later. Bye.
It was the quick outro for me. Bye.
Wow.
Head ass. Man, if y'all don't know me, y'all can get to know me, man. Hit the fave button. I host a show every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hood Feud, the ghetto version of Family Feud. You can also catch me Thursdays on the Getting Lit show, judging 9 p.m. Eastern Standard
Say
Time, the
that,
longest running music show
DMs.
showcase. And you can catch me right here Saturdays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, co-hosting with my guy Jen and Juice. Hit your boy with the fave, man. If you ever on late night between probably about 9 and midnight Eastern Time, come on through. I normally got the R&B pumping. So if y'all don't know by now, it's G-Way or No Way, man. Hit that fave button.
For sure. G-Way.
Navi.
Let us know about you, Never. What you got going on Mondays and Wednesdays? It's your turn, Navi.
Oh, Mondays and Wednesdays.
And don't you do it
Never
on
kind of threw
Mondays
me
and
off.
Wednesdays?
I do it on
Mon-
Monday. My banner is the only banner that says multiple days.
Okay.
It says weekdays. It says weekdays, Monday through Friday.
Weekday.
That's
So
3.
pull up on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday too, as well as the Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
All right. Oh, who that is? Miss
Shout out
Kitty.
to the 3 level ups in one
Miss
live. Shout
Hey,
out to that.
level up
yeah,
then.
Shout
thank
out
Heard
you,
his
to
new
that.
thank
name
you.
is Level Up.
Read it
Levels
out,
on
Miss Kitty.
levels on
Boy,
levels.
Miss
if you
Kitty's
ever
a
come to my
friend for real,
live,
and she's
you,
fine.
you
I like
Miss
fine
Level Up.
friends. I like to have fine friends. All right.
That's why
Like
we're friends,
it's
right?
good. It's great. When I pull up somewhere and I got my friends with me and they all fine, it's great networking. And that's what I was going to talk about with these friends. Your network is your net worth, so that's another good reason to make sure you have friends because it increases your network. They know people you may not know because we don't all roll in the same circles, but when we come together, we can build and rock with each other. Each and every Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time at 9 a.m. All right, even if you're at work, driving to work. Come in. Maybe if you're the number one gifter, I'll send you some headphones, some wake up call headphones. I always send people gifts in person as well. I make the best flyers on the app. Everybody knows it. That's why they can't stand me. All right. But Miss, you are going nutso in this place. Miss Kitty's going nutso one time for the one time. But also I'm trying to make 100 millionaires at the minimum off of this app alone. It's an influencer token. It's called Tag Team, 2 E's, no A in team. Tag with 2 G's. Tag Team. You can go to tagteam.com. If you don't know crypto, it will show you thumb to thumb how to crypto. That's the reason why a lot of us ain't in it, because no one took the 5 minutes that we have the videos for to say, do this, and you got it. So I did that for myself so I could do it for you. We're all learn together, but I created a crypto token. It's called Tag Team. Also, I'm allowing people to drop dragons if they don't want to grab the NFTs that's on OpenSea, because we got dope NFTs that you can buy with bulk tokens. In other words, you can buy 60,000 tokens. You can buy 1 million tokens for short money because it's 1/4%. In other words, it's 1/2 of a diamond on the app. All right, so make sure if y'all want to know what time it is, pull up on me at any time. Same name, Navi Promo on all social media. And with that, I'll close out.
How many of us have them?
Crenshaw, let us know about yourself and where we can find you.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm just a tag streamer or tagged person. Been on here for a long time. I'm like a senior citizen. You can catch me streaming when I send out a blast. You know what I mean? And mostly my streams consist of just talking and people asking me pretty much questions about that. But I have institutional knowledge, and I also like to tell people without taxes on, especially if you're spending a lot of money on the app and you're making a lot of money on the app, and if you're already an entrepreneur and you have a company or a fictitious business name, you can write it off under. That's about it. And besides that, there's content in my bio as far as like film and TV that I like people to go and check out on Amazon Prime or Tubi TV. And then lastly, since the summer is here, COVID is lifted, and this may be for the people that are in LA or coming to LA this summer, because I know of you may be coming to LA this summer, but there's an event every Sunday. It's called Penthouse Day Club in LA. It's in Beverly Hills, actually on Sunset Boulevard. It's every Sunday between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Quantum Sounds Production. What up, sound?